Hello everyone, this is Redragon recording from the DC Universe Online test server covering the new character creation for game update 139. So they totally revamped this. As you can see, it has a cleaner, more modern look. And right off the bat you can tell that they added some new styles here, which will hopefully be available to existing characters in the House of Legends or Watchtower. Alright, so I'm just scrolling through some of the inspired buys. You can see that they put some of the new Slimlines here. And we got some of the casual styles. That was from Shock to the System. I think a lot of us were hoping these were vendor editions, but since they added it to character creation, we'll probably be able to get them in-game for all of our characters. So the interface fits a lot more onto the screen without scrolling. It doesn't look clunky with like the big buttons and big text. Looks a lot more MMO-like. My concern is how this is going to look like if you're on console and you're sitting back on a sofa looking at a large screen. Is this still going to be usable? Especially when you look at that window to the bottom left. Is that going to be readable from a living room screen? It looks great from PC when we're testing it, but I think this text might be a little bit too small. Alright, so we're not gonna choose an inspired by. We're gonna go to customize so we can see all the other options. And I am testing with control pad just to make sure it works correctly and that menus don't lose focus, we don't lose control, like many of the other menus in game. Alright, so we've got the two genders, male, female. This is actually moving pretty quickly. I'm just going to choose the ones I'm most familiar with, because that way, if there are any bugs, they will stand out. And moving around, you could use the D-pad as well as the analog stick. Just wanted to make sure that works. Alright, costume. Got all the skins here. There's nothing new here except that I think the classic skins are not here. So if for some reason you wanted the classic look, which is less shaded, less detailed, you can go to those vendors in-game. Okay, so the hair, that's good, it zooms in on the hair. And they are listed alphabetically, so they're pretty easy to find. If they wanted to make this one step better, I think what they could do is, especially with the males, because the males have like multiple subcategories with like the facial hair. Like for example here, I would only show like afro and like bald, right? So if you choose afro, it would then go to a sub-menu that had like these three things, and if you go to bald, it would have like the sub-menu with these items. That would kind of make it a little bit less scrolly. But otherwise, this is pretty well organized. What do we change for the head? Okay, so we're looking at the styles now. For now, I'm just going to leave that open. Because I think there are some color changes that don't show unless like the skin is visible, so I'll leave the head for now. The face, oddly, like, why is technician up here? Yeah, this is oddly not alphabetized. Well, let's see, all of it is except for technician. Why is that? Emblem. See, the emblems are alphabetized. Okay, so there's nothing new here. These are just the usual ones. I don't think there's any need to add new emblems because there's just so many in the game, and you get them pretty quickly too. So just pick any old emblem. The chest we will scroll through because they added a whole bunch of new ones. So that's definitely new. You can tell the new ones because they're like a little bit shinier. There's more panels. And we got Slimlines with textures. Here's the ancient one with like wrappings on the chest. Now some of the classic ones do look a little bit better from this screen, but I don't think they added anything to it. It's just that it's probably the contrast in the lighting here, or it's psychological. That is new. It's a more detailed short sleeve slimline. So we got the classic ones. This one is new. This one shows up in a lot of inspired buys. Metal paneled slimline. The weird thing about this is if you wanted a battle suit, wouldn't you want the paneling on, other more vital places than than the sides of the arm? This is probably the reverse of what you would have in real life. New Genesis. Yeah, so some of the ones here are part of a feat, so some of those that are more efficient in feat hunting, you might want to choose the practical ones, like New Genesis or Paramilitary. There's one of the other new ones, Ribbed Slimline. Yeah, I really hope they put these in the Watchtower or something, because I want to get these for all of my characters, all the new ones. Now this is one of the ones I wish they would kind of retexture. You could tell it's old because the scales are a little bit blurry compared to, like, if you look at the crispness of the texture here. I wish they would do this one, just kind of retextured. Some more old ones. Alright, where's the casual stuff? So this stuff is not alphabetized. I kind of wish they were more consistent about that, because, like they did the hairstyles right, the face styles, and then all of a sudden this is like random stuff. And then we're seeing some of the casual stuff here. You can sort of tell like where the new stuff is because the body type actually changes. Like you notice that the chest is less muscular and the arms are more scrawny on some of these new styles. Okay, so we'll leave that for the chest for now. For the back, a bunch of new styles added for the back. Different cape pattern, asymmetrical. It does look like they retexturized all of the capes though, because if you look really close, there's more of a grain to these old ones. Now I suppose it was easier to do with the chests, with the backs, because they're just one piece. So all of these got some kind of texture pass. That's a new one. Subtle stripes on the sides. The other back styles look the same. So like if you look at classic paramilitary, it's kind of blurry. The old wings. So there are a couple of new ones here, and then the old capes look like they got some kind of texture and possibly contrast. I don't think tattered like gradated to that dark color to the bottom before. Tattered was more flat. It should be interesting to see what happens if you put a material on these, because on the old capes, if you put a material on them now, a lot of them just flatten out. So should be interesting to check these out when they go live. Hands. The hands are all the same, I believe. So I usually pick finned. Waist also, they didn't add anything new. See, these are alphabetized. It's weird that some menus are and some aren't. Legs, yeah, let's flip through some of these because just like the chest, the same ones that are new for the chest are also new for the legs, because there needs to be a matching pants. So there's the ancient one. Also, you'll notice between new and old, the old ones are more muscular than the new ones. So like that's an old one. And you see with the new ones, the muscles are a little bit toned down. So, you know, based on personal taste, you might actually favor the old ones. Yeah, so this is a good one because they're right next to each other. That's an old one, that's a new one, and you can see the muscle definition difference. Did they add any new casual stuff? Okay, so that's a new one, stylish streetwear. You can see it's a little slimmer. Okay, that might be the only one. Let's cancel out of that. And feet. They did add some like shoe styles here. I think they're towards the bottom. Alright, right here. I think that this one is an old one. And then that's the new one. So more than one sneaker option is very nice. Alright, so those are the basic costume parts. Let's go to colors. So we're starting out with presets. You don't get the full color wheel because I think they just want to get people moving here. So basically choose some common presets and then later on we can change it. I believe the menu in-game should still be the same. Did I just choose red hair? That was like a really dark, weird looking red. Okay, let's go with black. Eyes. So remember the eyes changes the glow on some mask styles. That one didn't do anything. Oh, I probably shouldn't have picked the mask. But you get the idea. These are just presets. And let's just change that to yellow so we could see some contrast. Yeah, so that's basically it, but I'll skip to the gameplay, you know, past all the tutorial stuff, because I just want to confirm that the in-game screen is the same as before, where you could kind of customize this a little bit further. Alright, so looking around on the menu, it is still the same. So I'm going to go in here and change a few things. You know, one of the things I wish they started you out with was like a default material. And I think it should actually be applied to during the character creation, because that way some of the older Slimlines would have like an updated texture to it. But you know, that's kind of addressed by them adding new Slimlines. It just would have been nice if they did something global to the old character creation styles, you know, by adding some kind of default chroma. Alright, so here you do have the full color sliders, the entire hex wheel. So I'm just going to darken things up a little bit. But that should give you enough of an idea. So the new character creation definitely is better. Big improvement. Alright, I'll do a separate video for the tutorial. I'll probably do both factions just to see if there's a difference. And I'll cut this one off here, but stay tuned for more game update 139 updates. Thanks for watching.